And here we are back at JCY Video Studios. Rick Ucchino here on the call, and we are set for one-on-one action. And making his way down to the ring is Mr. Cyberpunk Aaron Graves, a newcomer here to JCY, looking for his first win here in this promotion. He's a veteran of the area, though, yet to pick up a win here in JCY. He's going to take on the Porterhouse, known as AJ Porter. This matchup actually set up a couple of weeks back. It was Aaron Graves going one-on-one against the undefeated Lynn Efron, who you'll see in action coming up here in a little bit. He's going to face the veteran Jack Vaughn in the semifinals of the King of Cincinnati tournament. Aaron Graves, well, he was the warm-up match for Lynn Efron. That was the match that Lynn did get the victory. Afterwards, Mr. Cyberpunk decided to take out his frustrations on Lynn Efron, and this man coming down to the ring right now, all hyped up to be here. It was AJ Porter who came in to make the save. Porter ended up putting Aaron Graves to sleep with that rear naked choke that he likes to use so much. Aaron Graves not liking that too much. He has laid down the challenge here. He wants AJ Porter now one-on-one. Management decided, yeah, sure, that sounds like a great idea. Let's get this matchup underway. Referee here is going to do his due diligence, make sure these competitors here are good to go for a good, clean matchup before things get officially underway. This is an interesting contest here. AJ Porter, obviously a well-built kid, still a little green. It's his first year in professional wrestling. We've seen him pick up a couple of impressive victories. We've seen him lose a few matchups, though, and his inexperience was a large part of that. So we'll see if he has been able to learn some lessons here. As there's a push from Aaron Graves, and there's the big kid right there, just shoving Graves down to the ground. Like I said, well-built, very strong. Pound for pound, probably one of the toughest competitors we have here in JCY, as Aaron is gonna duck back into the ropes here. Not wanting any of the Porterhouse here to start off this matchup. These two are finally gonna look like they're gonna lock up. No, Aaron Graves again is going to duck back into the ropes. Graves requested this matchup, but right now doesn't look like he wants any piece of AJ Porter. These two will finally lock up here. AJ's going to take an arm, spin it around into a wrist lock here. Using his height and those tiptoes to get some leverage, now pulling back into a hammer lock. Porter's just got to pick him up, throw him down to the mat now. Graves didn't like him having his arm too much, so he just said, screw it, I'll throw him down to the ground. Why not? And he's going to pick him up and chuck him down again. Big, strong kid is AJ Porter, and right now Aaron Graves is learning that firsthand. Instead, no! Going for the sleeper. Kind of faked him out there. Looked like he was going to throw him down to the mat again and go for the rear naked choke instead. That is his finishing maneuver. We've seen him choke out several competitors here in JCY with that move. Instead, now Aaron Graves gets into the rope, forces the break, and he's going to come in and just... There's the inexperience. A kick right to the gut. AJ expecting a lockup. And instead, Graves taking advantage now, working the face. Couple of nice rough shots. Reverse. AJ's going to drop down. Graves ducks a clothesline, now a back elbow. Leapfrog, backwards leapfrog by AJ, and there is a big scoop slam. Porterhouse fired up. Aaron Graves going to try and collect his thoughts and get his frustration settled here on the outside of the ring. Porter's not going to let him, though. He's going to try and pull him back in. Instead, for his trouble, he's going to get a neck full of the top rope. Aaron Graves pointing to his brain. Says, I'm smarter than this guy. There's a big knee right to the face. Now stalking him. Oh, now he's going to go for a cover. No, is it a cover? Looks like he's choking him. Hard to see from this angle. The referee telling him to get the knee off the throat. That's what it appears was going on there. And now he's got him back. Choking him with his foot. Had the ankle across the throat while he was arguing with the referee. Aaron Graves now gets a fistful of hair. And AJ Porter's got a couple of fists to the temple. Ah, and there's a big chop from Mr. Cyberpunk. Sizing him up, there's another shot to the temple. Aaron Graves just working him over. Now he's going to get reversed into the corner. Tries to duck over. No! AJ Porter, a nice smart move there. Didn't go underneath. Now he's got the rear naked choke locked in. Aaron Graves has nowhere to go. This one could be over. We're going to do the due diligence here. There's the 2. Just drop the arm, ref. This bad boy is over. They call for the bell. AJ Porter gets the win here in JCY.